we could make some different kinds of oil at home that I like to use for my mediums when I'm oil painting. This is the first one that I got, and this is safflower oil. You can get this at your health food store. You can get a really large thing of it for like 12 bucks. You want to check and make sure that it's like cold pressed. If you have the option of that, this one is cold pressed. This is actually walnut oil. The reason why I choose both safflower oil and walnut oil is they are non-yellowing. Linseed oil is really great too, and it's pretty affordable as well, but it will yellow more than these ones. You can also use poppy seed oil is another really great option if you can find that. And that works really good for, all of these work really well if you're using neutral colors or like cool tones. Those are really great oil options. If you're using warmer shades, then using a linseed oil will be a better option. Another thing that I like to use is I use a turpentine or a mineral elixir. I'm at my mom's house, so this is what we have available here in Midland, Texas, and you can get this actually at the store at any like hardware store, and you can get a large thing of it, and some of it is odorless as well. There's options that you can pick that are better for the environment than others. But one thing that you also want to look out for is if you're using anything, like I love to use beeswax or anything that's alkali, you will notice that your paint is going to dry much faster than what it would if you were not using additives in your paint. So that can be both useful as well as it can hinder you, because it can, you may need to work that paint for a longer time, but you also may need to get the paint on and send it out to your clients as soon as possible. So it can be super helpful too. But what we're going to do now is make a little bit of stand oil. So I'm just gonna turn my camera down, wish me luck. Okay. Can you guys see that? I believe so. And then let me turn it so where I can see you. If I do it like that. No? Okay. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Why is it doing that? It's just me. I see. Okie dokie. Hi. Oh my gosh. So much fun over here. Here we go. All right. There we go. Can you see? Okay, great. So let's make some stand oil. And what we're going to do is just, I have a nice little jar that I'm going to keep that in, and it has an airtight lid, so you can pop that on, pop, and use this very easily. And one thing that I'm going to do is actually set it outside as well, and that is going to make the oil thicken up over time. So you can have like variations of oil too, and the longer that it sits, the less and less yellow that it becomes. So that's also a really great thing to do with linseed oil. So we're gonna put this on. Here we go, and you just wanna put however much you're gonna make in there, and you do not want to overheat it. Okay, you're not bringing this to a boil at all whatsoever. There you go. And you're gonna heat it for about 10 minutes, okay? And then one thing that you should take care for is that we're gonna also be using gloves, because you can put pool filters in here too, but really what you're looking for is silica gel. And it thickens up your oil. And so what I like to use, you're gonna laugh, or actually I've saved these from like my purses or my shoes or whatever. And yeah, because I don't need that many of them. And so I put on my gloves because part of the problem is that it gets in the air. So what we're also going to do is put on gloves and then take a little paper towel and just cover it just like that while you put this in. Now, if you're using a gas stove, keep that in mind. Maybe you don't do that while the burner's on, right? Okay, so I'm just going to put on my other glove. Cover. Okay. Turn that off for a minute just for safety. All right, and then while I open these, I'm actually going to hold that over it, okay? And again, I'm not making that much of this, so because I'm not making that much of it, I'm only going to use the 2 little packets. And see, you just keep it nice and covered, then you can take it, wrap it in that paper towel, fold it up, and put it nice and deep in your trash. Okay? And then this will help it thicken over time. And you can add as much as you wish in there. I don't like to put too much chemical in there because the sun is going to thicken it up, and that's going to make it really nice. So that's one thing to keep in mind too whenever you're working with this kind of stuff is, you know, we are working with chemicals, right? Let me turn this around. Hi. And so you want to make sure that you wear your gloves and you're always working in a well-ventilated area, especially if you're working with mineral spirits and stuff like that. You really don't need that much of it. Like whenever I use the terpenoids, or I only use probably like a tablespoon at a time. And this right here, I would probably say is less than a quarter of a cup. And then 2 of those little packets. So just little things like that are ways that you can also cut down on toxic things in your house as well, or in your studio. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but keeping oil on rags or turpentine on paper towels, anything like that, is actually quite hazardous. And so, let me turn my camera here. Sorry, it's telling me to keep turning it. So I don't know why I keep saying that. Maybe it just wants us to have a little vertigo or something, which I don't have. But anyway, so yes, that is one thing that you can do to thicken up your, oh yes, the paper towels with any kind of those products on them are potentially hazardous. They are actually flammable and they heat up. So you need to understand the chemistry of the products that you're working with too. And be sure that you store of those correctly. I like to put a little bit of water on anything that I have used those chemicals on through the day. So keep that in mind as well. And stay safe, keep it crispy. Love you guys. Peace out. Oh, hey, I almost forgot. I'm really bad at this part. If you like my art videos, please like and subscribe. I really love you guys. Bye. Keep it crispy.